George, we were talking a little earlier in the program about an organ spectacular that is actually coming next week on October the 19th. Could you tell me a little bit more in detail what we will hear if we decide to attend?
Sure. What's really fantastic about this event that we're hosting is that it's going to be a recital featuring the resources of two instruments. The St. Paul's All-Born Galanti, which is a digital electronic instrument, and an electronic Allen organ, which is being provided by the Organ Gallery at Steinway of Chicago. The additional organ will make this a very exciting event, not only for the organists of our chapter who will be participating, because we don't get the opportunity to play duets very often, but I think it'll also be very exciting for the listener as well.
Well, we don't often get a chance to listen to two organs at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
What inspired this particular duet?
Well, it was actually a suggestion of one of our members. His name is Lee Maloney, and he is a salesman for the Allen Organ Company, and he works through the Organ Gallery at Steinway of Chicago.
So he's hoping perhaps to make a sale too?
Perhaps.
Not required, but
at least promote his instrument, sure.
That would be great. Well, you were telling us earlier that there is no charge to attend the recital. Tell us again where the church is located, what the address is, and a phone number we can call for details.
Okay. St. Paul's Lutheran Church is located at 1500 South Briggs Street in Lockport, Illinois, and their phone number is 815-838-1832.
Tell us that phone number a second time, please.
815-838-1832.
What time does the recital begin?
Good question. It's at 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
And you tell me that there are light refreshments after?
There will be light refreshments following this and all of our events through the Guild.
I believe you told me that you have 5 or 6 different recitals throughout the year. Would you tell us again when those are held?
Well, our chapter typically has one recital that is for our members. We call it our member recital. Many of the other events are usually educational, choral reading workshops, or these kinds of things. Typically, our recitals take place in the spring, but given this international event that's occurring on the 19th of October, we're having an additional members recital on that date.
Have you also invited members from the other American Guild of Organists around Chicago?
We have let them know, although I believe the major chapters that I know of are having their own events as well.
On the same day?
On the same day.
Oh, how counterproductive is that?
Well, actually, let me tell you about what's happening this particular year. The American Guild of Organists has declared this to be the International Year of the Organ. It's a year-long celebration. It started on July 1st of 2008, and it will continue on until the end of June 2009. The year will include all kinds of events in this country and abroad. The purpose is to entertain, inform, and engage new audiences while giving people like me, the seasoned organ listener, a fresh perspective on the kind of music that an organist has to play. The featured event on the 19th is being called the Organ Spectacular. On this day, over 250 American Guild of Organist chapters, including our very own Southwest Suburban chapter, will be presenting family-oriented concerts involving over 2,000 performers in this country. And similar events like this will be held abroad. So it was in actual strategy to have one day that was going to be an organ spectacular, and that's what I think it will actually be.
Hence, everybody is having their spectacular pretty much on the same day.
On the same day, exactly.
Well, then that makes it very important for us to go back and give your phone number for those of our listeners who may live far enough away from Lockport that they choose to go to something closer and may want to get in touch with a guild that is nearer to them. Would you give a phone number where you can be reached?
Certainly. I'd be happy to talk with anybody. During the day, I'm at 312-814-3916.
Give that to me again.
It's 312-814-3916.
Are there certain hours during the day that you're more available than others?
Well, pretty much I'm available during the day. That is my work phone, so if I don't get back to you, right away, don't take offense. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Incidentally, I might mention that I work for the State of Illinois Arts Council, the Illinois Arts Council, and I'd like to mention that because the Illinois Arts Council is sponsoring Arts and Humanities Month during the month of October, which makes the month of October so much more exciting to have this event. This event is not only an international event, but it's actually a much more local state event that's happening throughout the state through the entire month of October.
Which makes it even more important.
Exactly.
So next Sunday afternoon at 3 o'clock, the 19th of October, give us the church, the address, and a phone number one last time.
Okay. The church is St. Paul's Lutheran. It's at 1500 South Brigg Street, Lockport, Illinois, 815-838-1832 is the phone number. That's 815-838-1832.
Earlier you mentioned a website where someone could go for more information. Would you give that to us again, too?
Definitely. The website for the American Guild of Organists is www.agohq, which is the acronym for American Guild of Organists Headquarters, .org, agohq.org.
Our guest today is organist George Tarasuk, who is the Dean of the Southwest Chapter of the American Guild of Organists. He is also organist and choir master at the Episcopal Church of the Transfiguration in Palos Park, Illinois. George, as we bring the program to a close, what final thoughts would you like to leave with our listeners?
Well, I really love this instrument, Virginia. And what I like about it is the ecumenical nature of music in general. Everyone loves music. It's a language we all understand. For me, to play music in a church is just a wonderful thing. I'm not just there to entertain, but I'm there to serve God and inspire a congregation of people. I'm bringing them together through music and helping them to pray. It's the best job in the world.
Thank you so much, George Tarasuk, for being our guest today.
Thank you for having me, Virginia.
And thanks for tuning in today. My name is Virginia Beehn.
You've been listening to For Your Information, a weekly program that examines issues facing family radio listeners like you in the greater Chicago area. The issues and opinions discussed on this program are those of the participants, not necessarily those of this station. For Your Information can be heard every Saturday at 6:30 a.m., 12 noon, and 5 p.m. Tune in again next week for another broadcast of For Your Information.